Okay, the ground comes from the alley. I have a grass alley back there, and it slopes down towards the house. We have negative grading, so water comes down here. It's been built up with these little paving stones. Kind of built this up, put some dirt in there, trying to keep the water just sits here. It doesn't have any place to go. It can't go that way because that's higher. You see, that's been built up. And so we come across here, and we see this little bridge going underneath the fence. That's not for the rabbits. That's not for the rabbits. That's for water. The water. They're hoping that the water will come this way and go down. The grading is um, challenging, I guess we'll say. Now, that might not have been built for rabbits. That little metal plate, okay, that was built for roof rats, squirrels, mices, those kinds of things. Well, moving on along, we do not have a rain diverter over our condensing unit. We'll have plenty of a video about that. It's 125 amps to the home. I think Dallas now requires 150 minimum, so code requires 100. I think Dallas requires 150. So there's that. And then coming along here, our I guess that's a band board. So that's our fascia board. Between these two rafters is split right in there. That. Okay. Moving on along. Got some wood rot on our door casement right here. And again, high soil, high soil. There you go. We want to document things. And then we're coming over along here. While we're still here, a tree shouldn't be closer than 25 feet to the structure. Then we've got some separation between our cut stone or masonry blocks, if you will, or stone. Between the blocks and mortar, brick and mortar, cut stone and mortar. We've got some stair step cracks right in there. Now this little crack right here, okay, that is just a shrinkage crack. And jury's out on the foundation. I'm not, I haven't, looked at it close enough. I haven't been in the crawl space yet. Even though you've seen that video already, I haven't seen it yet. So I got a lot of things to say about the foundation, but that little crack in the corner isn't one of them. It's just not. Now when this door swings out, of course the water comes off of the roof because you don't have the rain gutters, splashes all up against the wall. So they're directing the water to keep from coming down here. But the water's still coming off, still splashing against the wall, still going into the crawl space. All those things are still happening. Because we have storm doors, when a door swings out, you should have a landing, okay? So I get it, it's a storm door. This door swings in, you don't need a landing on that. I get that too. We're missing our spring on this. All right, but when a door swings out, you shouldn't like walk out and walk down step, and then catch your balance. Whew, that was close. No, it's not the way it's supposed to work. I found this gas can sitting in the dining area next to the kitchen, of course, and I don't know what's in it, but it says gasoline, and so I set it out here for some fresh air. Okay, high soil again, high soil. They're coming in, they got it diverting the water away from us. All of our exterior light fixtures, and we don't have one here, it's around the corner. That's kind of, let me just write that down. We do not have a luminary over the primary bedroom exterior door steps. We got one around the corner, and when they're attached to the wall, they should be sealed, okay, to keep moisture from going into the walls. That's what I'm about. Fences are beyond the scope of the inspection, except where they come in contact with the house for termites and stuff. But we've got this gate over here, and there's a certain amount of security having these burrs exposed like this. And then this is just an open pipe, so water runs through it. It's kind of rusty. But this pipe right here is not open. Okay, it's planted into the ground, and without a cap on it, to keep you from, getting stitches in a tetanus shot. But besides that, water collects inside the pipe down around the base of it will cause it to corrode prematurely. Coming on along, got a river. These covers should be removed. Your crawl space cannot be dry enough. I can't emphasize that. And we've got the water's coming off of here and splashing up against the wall. There's lots of places we've got negative drainage and no rain gutters, and the water's just splashing against the house. That's why this is so clean. See that? It's because the water's coming off. What happens when it hits here? It just fell 12 feet, within 10 feet, you know, splashes back up. That's what it does. Looks like this might have been a porch at one time, and they extended the porch to make the kitchen larger. That's what it looks like it might have been. So I might get a better clue when I get inside, depending on how much I can get around. And I'd rather get around than not, so I want to get around. This door swings out. We do not have a landing. We don't have a landing. You just step off. This step is higher than 7 3/4 inches. This step is higher than 7 3/4 inches, and there's an inch difference between the heights of the steps. So this is very challenging for a handy, capable type person. Okay, so just so we know, double pane vinyl frame looks nice. Moving along. Where do termites live? In the ground. Huh. What do they eat? Dead wood. Oh. What's wood mulch? Dead wood on the ground next to your house. Huh. I can't rake all this up. But every once in a while when I go through this little skit, I find termites. Just like that. It's called a clue. It's called a clue. Also over here, driveways are a little beyond the scope of this inspection, and I moved the Bonnie cart. I moved the Bonnie cart into the driveway because we're having an Easter party. We're having an Easter party over across the street, so these people are, you know, for today they're taking a little parking. I saw them out there, you know, getting strategic about how close the cars were and stuff to make room for their guests. So I pulled in the driveway. I don't normally like to do that. We're missing our mortar around this block right here, and this light is disconnected. It doesn't work, but it's over the steps if it did work. And they probably were doing some kind of wiring thing because this was probably, like I said, the porch. I don't know. Now I'm just guessing stuff, making stories up. Come on, bud, stay on track. Stay focused. Okay, 4 or more steps should have a handrail. This post, this column, I can't tell if it has a stand underneath it or not. So I'm just letting you know that I can't see it, you know. If I could see it, I might make, you know, some different comment. But right now I'm just saying I can't see it. We're coming on up. This door closer doesn't really, it doesn't keep it open. The primary bedroom, the other door, the first door that we saw, this is the third door. Its gasket is torn underneath there. This door does not have a doorbell. This door does not have a door knocker. So people could just call you and say, hey, I'm here. And that's the way I usually handle it, but it's not all about me. Again, the crawl space covers should be removed. We've got a little hole drilled in there. I don't know what that was for. Probably running an extension cord out or something. That's kind of interesting. Moving on along. We got some stair step cracks between the brick and mortar right underneath this window. This is the living room, west wall, windows, picture windows, south corner. And we're moving on along here. We got a little more brick mortar right here in the same corner. And if you're inside, and we're going to measure it, but if you're inside you can kind of see that the floor slopes a little bit right there. Again, the rain gutter is coming off and nothing to stop it, but it's pretty level. Okay, right in here you see the moss growing in here. That's okay. We're not getting, even though the water's getting around, we're not getting really good drainage right here. Okay, and this is the water heater safety pan drain pipe, and that's fine. This middle pipe is for the water heater temperature pressure relief valve, and that's too close to the ground. It's supposed to be at least 3 inches off the ground. And it's got its own problems. You'll find when we go into the water heater section, so that's the least of its problems. This is the evaporator coil drain line, and it'd be nice if it went to the exterior. Oh, excuse me, it does go to the exterior. It'd be nice if it went to some plumbing inside, but it doesn't. And it's allowed. Water heaters, air conditioning evaporator coils are allowed to drain to the exterior, as long as they don't create a nuisance. This water's not going anywhere. It's holding it next to the house. This is going to be conducive to wood-strung insects. Termites are going to like the water. Your neighbors are probably not going to like the mosquitoes. You're probably not going to be able to open your doors because of the mosquitoes, because you're going to make mud right there. So coming on along, and that screen's not covered, but at the same time it's kind of dirty. And we've got a split exposed dovetail rafter right there between the bedroom's windows. And this is right about where we started.